How's it going, everyone? I hope you're feeling good. I'll be honest, because right now I'm feeling a little concerned, and basically it's about, I'm sure you've heard about the content ID claim situation going on YouTube right now, and first I'll say what I know. It's basically that YouTube's cracking down on multi-channel networks, usually involving games such as Machinima, IGN, Polaris, things like that. And what it is that there was certain things you have to prove that you own the rights to your video, and of course it's made to where there's a it's like a trust thing. I don't know all the names, I'll be honest, but I kind of understand how much it works. And it's like after a certain amount of time, I think it's a month, YouTube sees that you are trustworthy and you haven't uploaded a video that's illegal and that you don't own the rights to, and there hasn't been any claims against your video, and then they don't make it to where you have to prove anything. And usually you don't have to prove anything, just say you own the rights to this, yes. And it's simple. And what's happening now is that there's been a lot of content ID claims going on. I've had a few content ID claims, not recently, so it's not related. But basically what that is, it's, if I'm right, there's an auto function on YouTube where every now and then it does a scan, and it'll find videos that have something that they don't believe belongs to the creator of the video or a licensed thing, and it'll put like a little flash. It's like a little warning symbol, and it's saying basically this doesn't belong to you, it belongs to this person, or it may, and you own this, and you can acknowledge it or you can dispute it. And usually I dispute them. And what they are, for example, in Far Cry 3 a long time ago, I had a video that I think I've deleted it since because it had audio problems, but I had a part where it was just playing it where there was music going on, and it was not claimed, but it was shown that this actually belongs to someone else. And what it turned out to be, it wasn't the music, it was the audio file of a bird cawing. Now that didn't belong to the company that said it belonged to, since it was in the game, it belonged to Ubisoft. And that's how it mostly goes. I said my most recent one was High Charity. It's of course, an orchestra song by I don't know the guy's name. I can't remember. I used to know it, not by heart though. In Halo 2, and that belonged to Bungie, because that song is only used in correlation with Halo and for Bungie, and I guess Microsoft now. And so I disputed that one. And basically what happens is it takes away the monetization option for a while, and there's a limited time to where the company that the claim goes to can choose to act on that, and if they don't, then that's taken away. I don't know the amount of time, I just know that eventually it goes away, or you can dispute it. And anyways, so all that stuff can happen, and usually it's not a big deal. An ID claim will happen a lot, and they're not the biggest deals. But what does happen, I can't remember its name, but it's like a something of removal. I can't remember the term for it, but basically what that is, it's a company saying this doesn't belong to you because it's using parts, it's using stuff that we own. Take it down, and it's telling the person to YouTube and you to take this video down because they own the rights to it, not you. And that's happening a lot, and that's the issue. It's like Nintendo's been doing that, Sega's done that, and usually they're telling YouTube to do it, but YouTube's like, oh, this doesn't involve us, this involves the creator and you, so we're just gonna step away. Like YouTube's the battleground, and that's it. Now that's good and bad. First of all, it's true they have the problem with not really YouTube, but the problem is that it's on YouTube's site. So really, they do have some responsibility because they're the ones who let that get through in the first place. But at the same time, they're not the ones who put it on there. But you can go back and forth with that one. But anyways, what's going on is that YouTube's changed the thing with now people who are under multi-networks. The networks can either choose, and again, that's like Machinima, IGN, or Polaris. They can choose to either make them a managed account, where that means if any of this stuff happens, that the network will help solve it, and if not, it's an associate. And what that means is that it's basically up to you. So you have to deal with all that stuff as the channel owner. And of course, that can be assumed to get a managed thing. You can have probably a large channel, so maybe 1 million subs or so, maybe even less. That'll vary. But anyways, is an issue. So it's what it's saying. It's like the reason YouTube's doing this is because they want to appease the people where the money comes from, and that's not the content. It's not like the video game creators, because it's mostly involving Let's Plays, not Let's Plays, but gameplay videos. And the issue is that they're trying to appease the advertisers, and advertisers obviously don't want to advertise on illegal videos, and that makes sense. It's not the advertiser's fault. It's not the game creator's fault, which a lot of people are blaming, and it's not the content creator's fault. It's YouTube's fault. Is that basically they want to protect YouTube and their money interest, but they're not doing it correctly. They're thinking, people don't own the rights to these video games. They don't. But at the same time, they can't just assume that that the people who make the video games don't like this, because most publishing companies and game creators, they like this, and Valve, first of all, they're like, go ahead, play the games. We love it because it's free advertising. Notch, so Mojang, 4J, Minecraft, love it. Just play it all the time. Who else? Quicksilver, I think. Capcom, which that's weird to me that Capcom's done it. But I always think Capcom's this evil company when it comes to YouTube. It's not. It's just an evil company. It's not evil. They do sometimes weird things with their games, but they don't mind if you play it. They're okay with you playing it. So like Dead Rising, from my channel, it's fine. And there's other companies. I guess what it is, I'm getting Capcom confused with Sega, because Sega's a no-no. And Nintendo, the big stuff in Nintendo saying, you don't own the rights to those videos, we do. Either you can work for us or you can't make these videos. And that's basically they're taking all the money if you monetize it. So yeah, that's happening. And so it's basically all this stuff. And they're assuming that means if this company doesn't like it, none of them do, which is racist. Not really racist, but they are jumping to a large conclusion that's causing a lot of problems. Now, what that may cause is, let's say, best case scenario, this all blows over and nothing changes. Or even better, YouTube actually starts working, and they decide, maybe we'll be the thing that says, we'll check, we'll see if there's really issues going on, if these claims are legit or not. Worst case scenario is that videos on games will go away entirely from YouTube, and that's what worries me. Like I'm gonna say, right now, I'm such a small channel. I don't monetize any of my videos yet, so this really doesn't affect me huge. And basically what I'm going to do, I'm just going to keep running my channel how I am until this affects me. And I know that might not seem as the most professional way of handling this, but right now it's not affecting me yet. When it does, I don't know. I'll see what I'll do about that. So hopefully, again, this blows over, and we can just move on from it. But if not, there might have to come something to fix this, because YouTube's, as of recently, made some very negative moves, and it's looking more and more like this isn't going to be your place for gameplay videos. And I'm hoping, like, if worst case scenario happens, people like people like PewDiePie, really at risk. He is, because he plays tons of games and he has huge followings. He's a huge money income for YouTube, because he makes it tons of money. I mean, let's face it, he's the most subscribed channel, and quite frankly, if he goes away because he can't get all this permission from all these game developers, and he won't be able to because he plays tons of games, then they're losing someone who has like 16 million, 17 million, so thousands, maybe millions of dollars. I'm sure he makes a lot of money from that. And not to mention all the other people, from people from like my size to his. Of course, I don't make money for me or YouTube, so I'm not the biggest deal right here, but channels that are just making a couple bucks a month to people who are making thousands of dollars a month, that's who's affected. And that, take away all the Let's Players, commentators, whatever, reviewers, critics, take them all away, take away all that money. That's millions of dollars YouTube's going to be losing, because they don't know how to go at this. And they're making war against, as I call us, commentators, for no reason, just because they're afraid that we're breaking the law, even though most of us aren't. In fact, only like the smallest, percent of a fraction are doing illegal things. But they are afraid that everyone's doing it. So they're, instead of finding these actual problems, they're just assuming it's all a problem. And that's an issue. So, what's going to happen if YouTube goes away? I don't know. Maybe the way that this, games are seen is going to die. Or maybe sites like Twitch, I'm hoping, will say, you know what? This is what we're going to do. You got gameplay videos, be them Let's Plays, reviews, just gameplays, whatever, montages on here. Is you can live stream still, and now they're going to integrate some type of, same thing like YouTube does, upload function, hopefully. Because I know they can store the video anyways. But that seems like it'll be a while away, because Twitch is Twitch. They're owned by Twitch. All the money comes from Twitch and advertisers, but Twitch is big, but it's not Google big. And that's the thing, so they can pay for a lot of servers, and Twitch goes down a lot. We know that. It's now it would get bigger, obviously, but it wouldn't be able to handle that at first, and so this might all die. So basically, I want to end by saying, if you're thinking about getting into this, getting into making videos, maybe wait just a little while, just to see what happens, because it's going to be harder for you to get started. It's going to be hard for me, maybe. I hope not, but it probably will, and I might have to stop, and for reasons I didn't even see coming. Quite frankly, I thought if I was going to have to stop, it would have to be because I don't know, it just like it wasn't going anywhere. But I've gotten past that, and now here's another hurdle that I may not be able to get past, because I won't be able to work with these companies, because basically my video is just too small, and that sucks. Now, some people, they'll be fine, like people who don't play mini games, only play like a handful, they could probably get permission and won't be any problem. But me, I play a lot. I hope to play even more. So I won't be able to get, permission from all these companies to play, and there's a lot of people who won't be able to do that. And so basically what that means is that we're going to have to stop. Or we're going to have to go to somewhere else, like Vimeo, which would suck, because Vimeo sucks. Hopefully another site will come along. Hopefully YouTube will fix this. But if not, then this might be the end of gameplay videos. So, on YouTube. So anyways, hope you guys are... basically, I made this in case you weren't aware of it, to give my opinion on what's going on, and to kind of say like what I'm going to be doing as far as anything goes. Right now, I'm just going to continue on playing, hope it blows past or it gets solved somehow. And if not, it might end with me stopping this, not doing this anymore until it gets fixed, or I don't know, switching somewhere just to live streaming. Anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. The gameplay of the game is... I've been playing it. I don't know. I'm sorry. I usually do I record the commentary before the gameplay. So it's probably Battlefield, but it might not be. It might be Forza. It might be something else. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and hope to see you next time. If you're new, go ahead and subscribe and all that. And I already said it. Hope to see you next time again.